All right, here forward, we are going to talk about just the different kind of groups and classifications across the periodic table. Comparatively speaking, I think these are a lot simpler. So take a little bit of notes and really use that color-coded periodic table. That way you don't have to memorize all of this. So metals, all right, in general, metals are on the left side of the periodic table. They are, everything to the left of those purple metalloids, all right, except the only exception to this is hydrogen, all right? Hydrogen is a nonmetal, so you want to remember that. But everything else, that if you're looking at your full color-coded periodic table, these guys would be purple, all right? Everything to the left is a metal. Characteristics of metal include easily being shaped in some form or another. There's a couple of words related to that. Malleable just means you can kind of bend and shape it. Ductile means you can pull it into wires. Metals also have luster, which makes them shiny, which is why they're often used in jewelry. They conduct heat and electricity very, very well, which is why copper is in our wires. And they have very high melting and boiling points. So make sure you get a list of those characteristics of metals down. Then we're going to split those up even further into some different types of metals. First type is your alkali metals. This is everything in column 1A except for hydrogen. All right? Because remember, hydrogen is a nonmetal. But the alkali metals, their characteristics are that they are highly, highly reactive with water. Right? So if these are stored in a chemical storage area, they're usually stored in kerosene because they'll react with the water that's just in the air. They actually are not generally found pure in nature. All right? They are so reactive that you almost always find them already bonded to something else. So to get them pure, you have to, via a process done by man, purify them. And they all have, that should be a one valence electron, or their valence electron configuration is whatever period they're in, S1. All right. Your alkaline earth metals are right next to them. I corrected the wrong slides. They are also highly reactive, though it is possible to find these pure in nature. They are often found in basic compounds, which is why they are called the alkaline earth metals. Alkaline means base. Their valence electron configuration is the period number they're in, and then S2. All right, so they have a full final S shell, or 2 valence electrons. And then the vast majority of the rest of the metals are what we call transition metals. All right, and the transition metals are just this box in the center here. These guys down at the bottom, all right, these are called the inner transition metals, and we will talk about them in a different lesson. All right, so we're just focusing in on this green box here. These are your transition metals. And these are what you typically think of when you think metal. This is your iron, your copper, your gold, your silver, your platinum, your titanium, all right? Because it's such a big area, they don't all have the same valence electron configuration, but all of their valence electron configurations will be D blocks. All right. And then the last category of metals are the ones that are just past those transition metals before your metalloids. And these guys have they're still metallic in their properties, but, they're a little less malleable, a little less ductile, a little less good at conducting electricity. All right. So, going forward, things you want to be able to answer are what kind of metal is potassium? In which case, you'd have to know that potassium symbol is K, but potassium's right here, so it's an alkali metal. All right. Or what kind of metal is hafnium? Which again, you'd have to know that hafnium is HF. So you know it's a transition metal. Okay? Just things like that. Or, you know, given a list of characteristics, which of the following is not a characteristic of metals, or something like that. So those are the types of questions you'll see on quizzes.